Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Astro Medicine Woman and I'm here with your new moon forecast for the Aries new moon. This new moon has with it a sort of very warrior-like energy, and I'm going to be elaborating a lot about that, and also I'm going to be talking about some of the challenging aspects that are going to be happening for this new moon. So this new moon on April 4th and 5th, at I think 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, on April 5th it's at its fullest. It'll be in 15 degrees Aries. We have a direct conjunction with the sun and the moon, and so we have this feeling of a new beginning. We have this feeling of having our conscious and our subconscious align together, where we feel the force of renewal. We feel this energy being transformed and balanced, coming into oneness, and so that we're able to move on with our lives wherever that may take us. And so this Aries new moon, for it being the astrological new year, is really a time for us to move forward. It's a time to push forward. The ruler of Aries, being Mars, is about passion. It's about drive. It's about taking those chances. It's about taking those leaps. It reminds me of the Fool, because you just leap forward and you dash through. You just persevere and you bring your passion with you. You bring your drive through you. You accomplish things. Aries energy is really ecstatic because they're leaders. They take the lead. They take the initiative. It's a cardinal fire energy. And so this feeling of this new beginning in our life, or this feeling of, we might be taking the leap of faith here, is really going to be backed up with this Aries energy, and we're going to have the confidence to do so. But we do have some challenging aspects for this new moon that I want to discuss, because it's going to further evolutionize our capabilities in having to take those leaps, in having to initiate those things we want in our lives, and also in getting what we need and what we desire. Because Aries is the energy of getting our needs met, getting our desires met. It's the conscious I am. So how are you incorporating your I am and manifesting that into your reality to get what you desire? It's kind of like the ego getting what it desires by taking the lead, grabbing what it wants with that fire, with that power, and taking our power back is a big one for this, because we have a challenging aspect with Capricorn, which is going to be square the moon first, and then within the next 2 weeks or so you're going to be having some squares with the sun as well. But right now we have this challenging aspect with Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node in Capricorn. So we have this square. It's gonna feel like you're just, all this energy of moving forward is being pushed down. It's being held back. It's being not tolerated. It's being repressed. And so this pressure of energy that's being put on us by Saturn is gonna feel uncomfortable. We're gonna have to grow from this uncomfortable space. And so this Aries is wanting to take the leap, and the Saturn in Capricorn is like, but you really need to be realistic with your leaps. You really need to come down to earth and check, other circumstances, as far as, have you really been in your power, and also what do your finances look like, and also what are the technicalities of and practicalities of taking this leap. And so you have to also be realistic with this leap, with this initiative, with this new beginning. That might be so many things for so many people. I do encourage you to look at where Aries 15 degrees sits in your chart to see where it may be directly affecting you, and to notice how, when this Saturn energy does come up in our lives, to know that there's no facing away from it. We cannot turn away from Saturn, because Saturn will knock on our door and just be like, because it wants to give us a lesson. It's karma. And so it wants to show us that there's some things that could be done a better way. And also, oh, it's a ladybug. Yay. It's a message. Anyways, so Saturn wants to show that we are capable of doing these things, but we have to realign with our practicalities and our karma and our lesson. And so there's really no escaping this pressure that might come, and this pressure might come and face you with, you know, another person's opinion of what you may be doing, or it could face you with you know, random bills that you thought you didn't have, and it could face in so many different ways that it's going to be teaching us responsibility and how to really transmute that energy, because we have also Pluto in Capricorn, so it's going to feel defeating. And for some of us, it could feel like repressed anger has been just living under the surface, and this is a great demonstration of how we've not been living in our power. And so by allowing for ourselves to be fluid with this Pisces energy, right? Because we have two planets still in Pisces, Mercury and Venus. Allowing for ourselves to be fluid and to feel out these emotions will allow us to handle maybe this repressed anger that maybe some of us are dealing with, handling just this pressure that we might be dealing with. We feel like we are in need of something, either money, time, friends, relationships. We feel like we need it. We're like the baby. Aries is like the baby. It's like the ego. It's the survival instinct. It's the go, 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 get what we want. And then Capricorn's like, I am your father, and you need to really, you know, understand what's in your life right now in order for you to move forward. Like, do you really have the time for that? Do you really have the money for that? Do you have the support for that? And we're gonna feel defeated. We really are, because it's that authority and power struggle with you know, sticking with our responsibilities and also owning where we haven't really been in our power. So where have you not been in your power? Think about that. Think about where you have not been in your power. Maybe could have been relationships. Are you attracting toxic relationships? Are you attracting jobs that don't pay you enough? This is all resembling your worth, your power, and this is the warrior energy that Aries exudes. And so this Aries energy reminds us to bring that energy out of us. But like I said, this challenging aspect is questioning it. It's really questioning it. And so my advice for you all is to, yes, have this fire energy, definitely bring it forward into this new start. But Simba, stop. Sorry, cat's trying to eat a lizard. And bring it forward, but also remember that, you know, part of stepping into your power is being okay with your vulnerability. And I feel like that's what this Pisces energy can teach us, because Pisces has been in Mercury for a while now, and learning how to step up and step forward in our truth is a part of communicating our truth, communicating our vulnerability, our emotions, and also asking for help, being vulnerable, surrendering. Like, okay, I really don't know how to do this. I really don't know how to get the money I need. I really don't know how to get the things that I want to initiate and go for with this Aries energy. I really don't. You could just be honest with yourself. That's a part of being in your truth. And being vulnerable in a sense that you can ask for help. You can ask for help from anyone. You can ask for help for your friends. We have Venus and Pisces. Be an open ear for them. They'll be an open ear for you. Or you can ask for help for your from your guides, from the spirit realm, from you know, the universe, God, whatever. And really use this as a channel to take your power back. Because this warrior energy is so capable of so much, really is. And this Capricorn and Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node is really going to make us feel like we're repeating old behaviors. It's kind of like this is showing up in our life again for you to see that this, like, you have to lay down a foundation and be realistic with what you want to go out and do, what you want to grab, what you want to initiate, what you want to start, who you want to be. And so it really is about doing the self-actualization work and then channeling that into your conscious I am. because this is Aries energy. We have 2 sun and moon in Aries energy. So really channeling that I am is going to initiate so much growth, so much evolution. And then we have Uranus by itself randomly in Taurus, not doing much, not in any aspect with anything. But I feel like it's just kind of by itself, you know, being weird, and it might show up somewhere to the collective and we don't even know. It's like doing things on its own. And we have Mars and Gemini, which is like, you know, if you think about it, a weird combination, but not really, because this is almost like a burst of a new perception, or a burst of a new way of speaking, a new way of sharing, a new way of expressing your truth. So this is like a burst, a passion of intellectualism. And also the warrior, because the twins, believe it or not, were also warriors, in a sense that I also feel like this energy is really making us feel like we've been going back and forth with maybe ourselves, what we want. And Mars is like, you need to make a decision. And so thinking about all of these things is really like giving us another perception of maybe how we could do things, maybe of how we can initiate, or maybe how we can step into our power, into our inner warrior god and goddess. And so that is my theme for this new moon and my message. So I hope that you share this with anyone who needs to hear this right now, and to know that you know, the impossible is possible, and that things are always going to be okay, and that you can get anything you want, anything you desire in this life, as long as you know and find your conscious I am and stick with it, and to also just repeat that to yourself constantly. Who are you? So thank you so much for watching my short forecast for the Aries new moon. If you have any questions or would like for me to look at your birth chart, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Namaste and blessings to you all.